the Razor Crest by Quarrie's Workshop, available on Rebrickable. This build looks super cool. It's a pretty faithful rendition of the Razor Crest. These were all the parts left over, and these two sets had a lot of the parts that I needed. Also, this set has a 12 stud long axle that was needed. Check out these engine details. It's got the little flappy things on the back. There's no Technic showing at this top edge, unlike the original version of this ship. Also, the sloping of the various panels is really nice. The sloping of this back sort of portion, this duck tail kind of deal. And this has retractable landing gear, so we can fold the landing gear up. The rear landing gear, this is a really neat build, because they completely fold up into the body of the ship. A couple changes I made to the original instructions is I wanted to have an escape pod that would actually come out of the vehicle. So here's our little escape pod. It's big enough for a minifigure to fit inside. These cannons are a little bit smaller and stronger than the original version. There are these little angled bits. One problem is that the canopy for the cockpit comes off super easy. Every time I tilt the ship over, it just falls right off. Check out this cockpit. So there's the Mandalorian sitting surrounded by control panels, and there's Grogu. This little screen was a modification I made. There's easily room enough for 2 minifigures plus Grogu to sit in that cockpit. Also, it's continuous with the interior of the rest of the ship. If we look at these parts that flip down, we see that Din Djarin has a little teeny tiny cap in here. There's the ladder to get up into the cockpit. And of course, the whole thing opens up. However, in my version, I changed things up a little bit. So we can open up this whole side thing. It shows the teeny tiny little head where there's a fold down toilet, the tiniest little fold down sink, and then that gray door to get into the main cabin. Now let's look at the port side of the ship, and we're just going to open the whole thing up. So over here is a hatch. This is actually still a hatch. We can also open up the back. Here's a weapons rack. There's also a little bit for holding Mando's jetpack. Over here, this is my own modifications. This is a little Star Wars kitchen, so I imagine that that's like a little oven / microwave, and then that's just storage. Maybe it's a refrigerator. It's a little control panel that's part of the instructions. Otherwise, it's pretty faithful to the instructions. Here's that rear hatch. Close it up. I saw another build where the escape pod was built into this ducktail sort of thing, and I think it would have been kind of cool to just make it so the whole ducktail could just break off as the entire escape pod. So there it is, the Razor Crest by Quarrie's Workshop, available on Rebrickable. Go check it out and build it.